So Aquarius, this month, I really see you focusing on your finances, okay? And I feel that unfortunately for some of you, there may be a job loss, or it could have happened last month or in the last couple months. It can be happening early this month. And you feel betrayed isn't the right word, but you just feel like you were let go for wrong reasons, or, it was like it wasn't absolutely necessary. But financially, you're feeling very burdened, okay? You feel like you're lacking, and ultimately what you want to create this month is financial stability and security. By the end of the month, okay, we see that there's someone that comes in and makes an offer to you. Can be a job offer, can be maybe a family member or a friend or someone coming in to try to help you financially. I'm feeling more a job, and I feel like this job is going to be one where there is a lot more security and stability. I feel like for some of you, whatever job you've been doing, you kind of stayed there because you felt it was necessary. You were maybe afraid to make a change. But there's an abrupt ending with the Tower here. It's a force of nature. Like, it's meant to happen. It's meant to happen. So I see that you kind of feel bad about this, but ultimately it's saying this is meant to happen so that new doors of opportunity can open up for you. And like I said, by the end of the month, I do see that happening. Someone's going to offer you something. Someone's going to offer you a job that, is something that's much more financially sound. And you're going to know which direction you're headed in. So by, middle of the month, yes, we do see some financial struggles. Some of you may be pregnant and worried about, how am I going to support a family? Some of you may have children and you're worried about how you're going to support your children. There's a message here of don't do anything underhanded. Keep your integrity. Keep a balance there, because ultimately if you don't do things in an ethical way, you're going to be found out and it's not going to work in your favor. Okay? So keep everything on the up and up. But just know that by the end of the month, you're going to get some good news. Good financial news. Now I'm going to pull some clarifying cards on this. And I want to look at, let's see, I want to look at this Five of Swords. It's almost like you weren't expecting this change. You weren't expecting the ending of this job. Maybe some of you actually left abruptly as well, because I see that there was just something that was done that you felt was very unprofessional, uncalled for, and you just said, you know what, I'm out of here. This could be, like I said, it could have happened in the last couple of months. It could be early in this month. But I see you going out on your own. What you need to know is that it will be a fortunate turn of events for you. You trusted someone or something that you shouldn't have trusted, okay? And that's what you're leaving behind. For some of you, this friendship card shows that someone's going to be coming in to offer you another opportunity that's going to be much more financially stable for you. This is the Fortune card, and we can see she has a big bag of money and she's flying in here. So trust in that. You have to stand in your own truth. You have to stand in your own integrity. Don't stick around for something that you know is not ethically sound, okay? Because again, it's not going to work in your interest. And by the end of the month, like I said, something better is coming in. I want to look at the Page of Swords here as the outcome card. This is the communication you're getting for the job offer or financial breakthrough. Wow. I feel like there's some communication from an old friend here that you may be reuniting with. Someone who may be family coming in to help you, make a job offer to you, or give you an idea for how to make money or how to invest that's going to be very profitable for you. I'm also getting a message for some of you males who are married and have a wife. Listen to your wife. Whatever her advice is, it's something that's going to be very financially sound, okay? She has your best interest at heart. She's a very loyal and faithful and devoted individual, and she wants to be able to help you. And her advice is going to be, again, it's going to be a very good, solid advice. I want to look at the Three of Wands because this card for me represents knowing which direction you want to head in and moving towards that goal. Yeah. Again, this talks about, this card is called haughtiness, but it can be just it can just be sheer confidence, okay? So having confidence in yourself, you're going to know what direction you're going to be moving in. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy, and it's going to give you a reason to celebrate. So again, trust those who are closest to you, because I do feel like whatever advice or offer or opportunity they're presenting to you, it's going to bring you more happiness and abundance. Don't feel like you have to stay in a job or a position where you're kind of trapped, because that's ultimately where you feel by the middle of the month. And again, don't do anything that's unethical. I want to look at the Empress. Yeah, don't be your own worst enemy here. Don't think negatively, because there is a consolation coming and you got to keep the hope. Okay, so the Empress does represent the harvest as well, and we can see in this card that she's gathering wheat. She's gathering what she's worked hard to build. So this is you reaping the rewards of your hard work. And I feel like it's more internal hard work that you've been doing. Work on yourself. Keep the hope. There's something better coming in. Okay, don't be your own worst enemy. So that was the general reading for you, Aquarius. I'm going to go ahead and move into the love portion. Just give me a minute here to gather the cards and shuffle them out. Okay, Wheel of Fortune fell out. And we have the King of Swords, which can represent you. So, big shifts. We have the Eight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles again, the Devil, the Moon, the Hanged Man, Six of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So for those of you who are in a relationship presently, one of the messages I'm getting is there's a lack of intimacy in this relationship, and it can be because you both are so focused on finances. But there's a new beginning this month when it comes to that, okay? I feel like you have some internal desires that you're not expressing to your partner that you should be openly expressing, because it would break this dry spell in your relationship. You need to reconnect with your sexuality, your sensual side, because it's almost like you've been, again, too analytical and too focused on other areas of your life, and your relationship is lacking that intimacy and that vulnerability. And it's a sacrifice. Now, you may be involved with an earth sign. That can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, okay? And I feel like they're feeling left out. Like they're feeling left out in the cold. They're wanting to rekindle the relationship. And it's something that you two are going to have to work on together. Now, for some of you, though, I definitely see an ending to a relationship. It can be that the person you're involved with is so worried about money that they decide to go out on their own. And they may decide to leave their relationship, which, could explain the Wheel of Fortune here with a change in circumstances. If things have been going really well in your relationship, this month they may take a turn, unfortunately. I feel that you really need to, again, focus on your passion. Focus on your sensuality. I think you need to rekindle that in your relationship overall. Otherwise, you may lose this person that you're involved with. They want a fresh start. They want a new beginning. And I think you do too. But again, you have to be willing to open up and express yourself to this person. Now, for those of you who are single and looking, this is the month where you will certainly meet someone. I feel like you've been through a bit of a drought or a dry spell when it comes to intimacy and love and relationships. And I feel like you've been kind of pessimistic and worried about, well, am I ever going to meet someone? Am I ever going to meet the right kind of person? You've been too much in your head about this. This month, somebody new comes in, and it can be, again, an earth sign. And this is someone that perhaps you have had a history with and you've had to let go of in the past. But there's this strong sexual attraction between you and this person. And they come in the middle of the month unexpectedly, okay? Whether they are someone new or whether they're someone that you've had a previous relationship with, they're just someone that comes in unexpectedly. And this person reignites your passion, your sensuality, your sexuality. This person is very good at drawing out your desires, your fantasies even. And I feel like you're going to embark on a new journey with this person. If we look at these two cards, the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords, one's at the top of the reading, the other's at the bottom. I mean, you can just see the color difference. This is a darker energy. This is where you're, clouded, misguided, you're trapped. But in this card, by the end of the month, you're feeling free. You're feeling liberated. You're moving out of these choppy waters into calmer waters. And you know what to do with this energy now. You know what to do with these thoughts. You're directing them in a certain direction, right? And it's towards this new individual. You're no longer feeling trapped in your thoughts. You're using them. You're being proactive now, okay? So let's get some clarification on this. And I want to look at First and foremost, the Devil card, because this is either a strong sexual attraction, or this is someone feeling trapped in a relationship and wanting release. This can also talk about codependency as well. Yeah, so for those of you who are looking, this can be an old friend, or this can be a relationship that starts out as a friendship, gives you hope in romance, in your love life. And it's something new, sparking a new relationship where there's a lot of sexual attraction, okay, and passion there. For those of you in a relationship, it may be that you want to rekindle this intimacy with your partner, and you do have hope to have a new beginning. Like I said, in order to do that, though, you need to be more intimate with this person. Spend less time worrying about other factors, other areas of your life. You know, it's easy for, I know how it is when you have one area of your life and it's like all consuming because there's so much worry and anxiety, and it's like you can't really focus on anything else. But you need to learn how to separate. You know, if you, like for instance, if you're having financial struggles, you know, money comes and goes. It's an ebb and flow, and it will flow again. But that doesn't mean you want to sacrifice your relationship for the sake of this moment of worry and fear. Let's look at the Moon card here. Oh, yeah. For those of you beginning a new relationship, again, there's some communication coming in. It's like you've been waiting and waiting for this, and it's finally arrived. And you get to enjoy yourself with this person. They're bringing out that sensual side of yourself, your subconscious, the things that you desire, things that you fantasize having. And it's like, again, a strong sexual attraction there. And for those in a relationship, it's a matter of bringing that fun and that spark back into your relationship. It's something that you or your partner is desperately waiting for. And you need to be able, again, this is communication. This is talking to your partner, telling them what it is you want, being vulnerable, being open. That's going to open the door for you to reconnect.